Roger. It's been a great evening, lot of information. Some questions have come through, not many, but a few have come through. So I'll put Phil, you on the hot seat first for the next couple of questions.
Okay, thank you.
The first 3 questions are all for Phil. So I'll start with Simon Haresnap. He has got 2 questions. One, first of all, he's saying, is the new membership inquiry system automated from RGBI? Because we once had someone living in the US referred to our club.
Okay, so the easy answer to that is that membership inquiries come from generally 2 sources. One is Rotary International, and they're fed through to Ulster, Rotary Great Britain and Ireland, and then come through to me as a membership chair. And there are some UK generated ones which come through the Global Hub or directly off the Rotary Great Britain and Ireland website. So I'm sure there are some errors, as with all computer systems, and I know there is a Prescott in Arizona with a double T, and there is certainly St Helens is a number of places in America, so I'm sure it's just an administrative error that doesn't get quite picked up, and the best thing to do there is just fire it back to me and I'll shunt it back up the line to Rotary International. I don't think it occurs very often, so there is an element of automation, yes. I hope that answers the question, Simon.
Thank you, Phil. Just to add, there is a Bolton lever in Canada. We found that out as well.
Excellent.
The second question from Simon is again to Phil. Do we have any membership posters for community notice boards?
So there is a number of assets that are available on the brand centre, which are specific to membership. As Irene referred to on the brand centre, you can download those, but I would defer to Public Image. There may be some opportunity where they could assist a particular club with that, but you can edit some information on the brand centre. Again, I hope that helps, Simon.
Okay, Phil, I better keep you on the hot seat because you're the most popular person, it seems like. Next question is from Ravi Mene. He's asking, would establishing new clubs not hemorrhage members from existing clubs?
So the very short answer to that is statistically not, no. So when we've opened up a club, I'm not particularly speaking from a position of strength here, but for example, Worsley and Worsley Bridgewater, there was very few that moved across, and certainly my understanding of other clubs that have been set up in a satellite or e-club format, statistically there is very few that leave from the donor club, the mother club, depending on what you want to call it, to the new club. And usually, again, from statistics, they work well together. So I think it's probably a bit of a myth. I think we're all protective of our own membership, and we think, oh, we don't want to set up another club in Prescott because they'll just nick all our members. Well, I know for a fact if I set up a new club in Prescott, no one would leave Prescott. They're happy where they are, they do what they do, and it sounds like too much like hard work, I would suggest. But that's what they would do. So I think it's something that we worry about that's not evident. Thank you.
Thanks, Phil. You can take a bit of rest now. Moving on to now Irene. Irene has got a couple of questions, Irene. One is coming from Frida Nisi. Frida is asking, will or can there be IT classes for the IT illiterate?
Well, I've not got any planned, but we can certainly give you some hints and tips to get you started. Depends what base level you're at, what you need. You'd obviously, if somebody's here this evening and they're on the Zoom call, you're not illiterate if you're on here in Zoom. If you've got a phone, you've got one of those little phones, you're not IT illiterate. I bet you know what you're doing. You're just getting a bit befuddled maybe with some of the words. I think you're probably far better, far further on than you think. But we can certainly help you out with some tuition.
Moving on to the next question, Irene. This is coming from Pat Rothwell. The question is, Hootsuite, which you mentioned, I never heard it before, sounds interesting, but costs £25 per month. Do you know of any free social media managers?
Yeah, it's Hootsuite. There are a number of these. There are things like Buffer, Hootsuite. They are schedulers. They are social media schedulers. You can schedule them. Hootsuite has a free account, and it's probably one of the best that's out there for the free account. What it will give you is one user, 2 streams. You might just use Twitter or Facebook, and you are limited to the amount of posts. When you start paying your money, you get a certain amount of boosted posts free. There's certain other elements you'll get, but if you want to just get used to scheduling, I would have a go with Hootsuite, and it's Hootsuite, Hootsuite, and you'll get it online. Look at the free version. Don't go straight into the paid. It's £25, then £39, but have a go with it. For one single club, I think if it could take up a lot of your time if only one person is scheduling, but have a go, because you know it will give you a breadth of posts. So have a go with it. I've got really quite used to it. But a top tip with Hootsuite is, if I use Dropbox and I have a paid version of Dropbox because I've got, you know, for all the photographs and all the videos, I keep it on the one place. And when I'm using Hootsuite, I've got Hootsuite open and I've got Dropbox open, and I can just move all my assets right into Hootsuite. I'm not scrabbling about looking for things. And that's a top tip with anything, any of these scheduling you're doing or anything at all. Know where your photographs are, group them. If you've got your Rotary photographs, group them together. It makes life a bit easier. And, you know, create your assets before you start, but have them in a place where you can easily access. I do Hootsuite from a laptop. I don't do it from the phone, but I can access all my Dropbox stuff from the phone. Hootsuite is just much easier with a laptop, that bigger screen. But have a go, absolutely have a go.
Thanks, Irene. The next two actually are comments. It's coming related to membership. Is Edwin Partridge, a member of Haywood 2020. His comment is, establishing a new club in Haywood increased membership in the town from 18 to 31. A similar sort of comment has come from Robert. It says, sorry, it's more or less the same thing. It's the opposite. In a new club, a new club attracts new members who would not join the old one.
Definitely. Totally agree. Absolutely. I think the new club needs to be not made from the existing. It needs to be a completely new entity, and it should be able to develop and grow as it decides whether it wants to be a cause-based club or a particular project-based club, or do whatever it wants to do. It's up to the new club. And like I said earlier, statistically, the movement of members from one club to a number is statistically unproved.
Thank you. The next question is again for Irene from Lee Wool. I use Canva for our graphics, etc. here in Middleton, but I pay a monthly fee. Do you know if they offer a discount scheme for service organizations?
I didn't catch what he was using. So it's Lee, and he's using, what is he using?
For our graphics.
Yes, but what is he using? But he said something for his graphics. What platform were you using?
Not mentioned.
Oh,
It's
not
Canva.
mentioned. Oh, my
It's
apologies.
Canva.
Canva. He
Oh,
said
it's
Irene.
Canva.
Canva.
Right, I didn't pick that up. Well, Canva's free. I mean, that Canva is free. I don't know. You can get the pro account. And the pro account for charities, you can get a discount and you can get 20% off. It might be worthwhile because the thing about the pro account for Canva is you can download the color palette from Rotary. So you can color correct some of the stuff that's there. It does give you a bit more flexibility, but if you are starting out, again, have a go at Canva, have a go at the free account and play around with it. I've seen some posters that are a bit suspect, and I think this is so easy. You honestly, you can't go wrong with this. You just can't go wrong. Have a go at the free account, but obviously the pro account gives you extras. It's a bit like anything else. You do get extras with it, but it is available as something like 20% off for charities that you can get. Now I think you can go through Rotary and get stuff off, but I also think Canva do something themselves. So I think you can get money off that. I think it's a bit of a rigmarole, but you can get it off, get the money off.
Thank you, Irene. Whilst I've got all the experts here, I'll just throw in my own question, if I may. Will the associate members be counted within each member bring one? Will the associate members be counted in that 100 or whatever the number we need to increase?
No, unless they're paying.
That's a really good question, that, Swati. And you've put me on the spot because I have a suspected answer, which I don't really want to give without me checking it. But I will come back, or I may defer to Eric if he knows.
I think the best thing is that, as I say, Phil will answer that question for you tomorrow night when he's had the chance to go and check it. Perhaps that might be a good way to do it.
Yeah, I'm not sure. And I think that's what I want to say, but I don't want to say anything until I've checked it, especially in the presence of so many Rotarians this evening. So I will defer till tomorrow night if that's possible, Swati.
Okay, thank you. It's just that we have got sort of upcoming new associate members. So we're thinking, oh, they've already ticked the box. So thank you very, very much, Phil. We don't have any questions, but we have got, what shall I say? It's from Neil Mellon, who's an international chair in Douglas. He's saying, can I be an opportunist and ask, in relation to international endeavors, is anyone involved in assisting the Navajo Nation or any First Nation tribes as a consequence of what they suffered during COVID? Is this something? This is something I'm exploring at the moment. I don't know the answer.
There's no one that I know of, Neil, but there may be. So perhaps if you want to ask people to send you a message directly to your club, which is in Douglas, or to yourself. If you're looking for support from other clubs, perhaps if you want to put a bit of a resume together what you're doing, we could actually circulate that with all of the clubs, maybe generate some interest for you. So we could perhaps generate some interest that might not already be there. If you want to give us a little bit more information, we can certainly spread that around the district for you. Happy to help with that.
I think we don't have any more questions at the moment.
That's great. Thank you very much, Swati. So we're looking quite good on the timing front. We're not going to run over tonight, so that's good. So it just falls to me to say a few final remarks. Just to thank all the presenters tonight. So there's been lots of food for thought, lots of challenges put out to everyone there as well. So take up the challenge, run with it. It's a new year, it's a new dawn. Let's try and do some of this. But remember, as everyone else has said tonight, the district team are here to help you. You're not on your own. We're there to guide you through it. We're there to answer the questions as and when we can. We're there to try and help everyone to move forward. Think outside the box. If you use the opportunity that we've got to move Rotary forward, do more to grow more, and all those other pages that you've had tonight. So thank you all for your time tonight. I know you could even down the beer garden because they're all open tonight. Could even be inside the pub tonight, could you? But you chose to spend your time with us. So thank you very much for that. I hope you've enjoyed it. Come back tomorrow for episode 2. And the stars of tomorrow night are the Rotary International Director-elect Nikki Scott, who's talking about change and the challenges that face Rotary, and also the Rotary International Philanthropy Chair, which is Eric Schmelling, joining us tomorrow night. And we also have Tony Becker talking about the youth projects as well tomorrow night. So episode 2, same place, same channel, same time, 7 o'clock tomorrow night. Go off and enjoy the rest of the evening, guys, and thank you very much for joining us. Thank you.